HCAM News is supported by our viewers and by Hopkinton Drug, located in this historic New England town since 1954. They are a multifaceted store dedicated to providing clients with an array of healthcare options.
And by Webster First Federal Credit Union, providing financial products with attentive customer service to the local families and businesses of Hopkinton. Visit us at websterfirst.com. Welcome to HCAM News. Tom Nappy at the anchor desk to fill you in with the latest happenings in Hopkinton. On this edition of HCAM News, the Hopkinton Police Department hosted their 4th annual National Night Out event. Matt Clark will fill you in on the latest HCAM programming with our HCAM Insider, and we'll show you the rest of what happened in the Legion Baseball State Tournament. But first, here are some happenings in town you should know about. HCAM News received an update regarding the animal cruelty case against Louise Coleman. Louise is the director of the temporarily closed Greyhound Friends. The shelter was closed due to numerous reports of inhumane and unsanitary conditions. The judge denied the defendant's motions to dismiss the charges. The defendant's attorney claimed that the case should be dismissed because the charges were unconstitutionally vague, and claimed she did not have charge or custody of the dogs. The judge denied the defendant's motion and found that there was more than sufficient evidence to demonstrate probable cause, and that the reports and other evidence provided demonstrate probable cause to believe that the defendant unnecessarily failed to provide the animals with the proper sanitary environment. You can see more on our website, hcam.tv. The Department of Conservation and Recreation's Bureau of Forestry and Fire Control and Department of Fish and Game mobilized 16 state wildland firefighters from across Massachusetts at the Hopkinton State Park to travel north and assist British Columbia Canadian forces with a series of wildland fire outbreaks. On August 3rd, the Hopkinton Police Department completed their parking lot expansion project. You can see a glimpse of the new and improved parking lot right here. Here is a shot of the beautiful Claflin Fountain on the town common at sunset. We thank Stacy Scott for sending us this photo. On July 30th, Hopkinton Community Summer Bands performed at the Westboro Festival of Summer Bands. This photo was submitted by Jane McCloskey. Hopkinton High School alumni from the class of 1984 had a little get-together at Cornell's on July 27th. The event was organized by a classmate returning to town for a visit. You have a used cell phone battery you would like to get rid of? We'll bring it down to the Hopkinton Senior Center, as the Senior Center is one of the locations you can bring used cell batteries to be recycled. The hours that you can submit your used button cell battery to the Senior Center is Monday through Thursday of next week, 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. or Friday, 8:30 to 2 p.m. All the proceeds go to benefit health programs at the Senior Center. The additional Dropbox locations include the Woodville Post Office, the Hopkinton Post Office, the St. John's Church, Hopkinton Library, Golden Pond, and St. Paul's Church. The Hopkinton Library has released an update regarding the library renovation and expansion project. Quote, "We're getting very excited to open our newly expanded and renovated building, and we hope you're excited to see it too. Library staff are appreciative to the community and the many groups and town departments who have been supportive while we have been in the temporary location and for the overall project." It is so exciting that the community is going to have a modern library for all age groups. The children's room will have an activity room, benches by the windows, computers for homework and exploring, and a puppet theater. Teens will have space to meet, read, gather around games, and collaborate on homework. Adults will enjoy comfortable chairs to read in, computers and study tables, and rooms for quiet study and work. We'll also have meeting rooms available for library events and use by community members of all ages. There will be a classroom for workshops, classes, and meetings, as well as meeting spaces for large and small groups. As always, our dedicated staff will assist the community in booking rooms, finding materials, and doing research. There is so much to look forward to, and it's coming soon. The new library will be a beautiful space in the center of town for all to enjoy. We will be closing to move back to 13 Main Street in the early fall. Please watch our website, Twitter, and Facebook for updates about the move. We will post exact dates and more information as soon as we can. The 4th annual National Night Out took place at the Hopkinton Town Common. The nationwide event allows community members with participating departments of all ages to talk with their local police officers and to learn about safety and what the police department does to keep the community safe. A big turnout was on hand to learn more about the work of the Hopkinton Police Department and also to check out a demonstration by the Middlesex Sheriff's Department K-9 unit.
We had a great turnout tonight. I think we took advantage of the beautiful common, and I think that really drew a lot of people out here. You know, it's a great place for an event like this, and thank all our partners that showed up to help us out. You know, get the word out on certain causes, but mainly on crime prevention, and that's what we're all about. We're the 4th safest community in Massachusetts, and we want to be one. So we've got to do many events like this throughout the year to educate people, but of course this is our big one that we do, and hopefully we keep building on it and have an even more successful one next year.
Absolutely. And what influenced the decision to have it on the town common this year?
Well, I think you know, we have our regulars over the past few years that get the word out, but a lot of times it's just people. You know, it's a type of location where they're just driving by, we'll pull over, check out what's going on, and get a nice surprise when they get a burger or a hot dog for free, and which is great. And you know, this is what the community policing is all about, and problem solving and educating the public, and this certainly goes a long way.
And lastly, a bit of a change with the K-9 demonstration this year. Can you talk about what the K-9 demonstration was this year?
Yeah, our normal K-9 officer out of Holliston got a new assignment. He became chief of police, so we called on our partners from the Sheriff's Department to help us out, and they did a great job. But hopefully next year it'll be an HPD K-9 unit out there. That's something we're looking into. And it would certainly be great. People love it, the K-9, and it'd be a great asset for this community. I think it'd be a good investment.
So now we'll start to focus on him because he's getting closer to him, right? I'm just hanging out doing a demo. What are you doing? No, he's not, sir. No, you can't. No. He's not that friendly. I can shake your hand though, if you want that, right? So I don't talk very loud to him. He hears all my whispers to him. Good boy. Stop biting that dog. Now, in a second, he'll release the sleeve. Watch the dog. He'll prance around with this thing. His tail will be hitting his back, and this is the game. That's his trophy, that he just won this game. We keep everything fun for the dogs, and everything's a game for them. Good boy. Good boy.
Take his arm off.
The big thing for today is kind of bring the audience, let the public know a little bit what the Middlesex Sheriff's Canine Unit's all about. My canine partner is Pebbles. She's a 3-year-old yellow lab. She's strictly narcotics right now, and we're slowly teaching her some tracking for missing children, missing elderly people. But for right now, we just do all the narcotics for Middlesex County.
So I have Canine Elmo. He's a 3-year-old Dutch Shepherd. He's a dual purpose. He does narcotics and he does patrol functions. What we demonstrated here today was we brought out Pebbles and we did narcotics finds for her. She sniffed out 3 different bags. One of them contained live odors, which she found, and we fed her on repetitions on that. And then for Canine Elmo, we did a little apprehension work with the bite sleeve, and we just educated all the questions. And
Terrific. And how long have you guys been working with the Canine Unit, if you don't mind me asking?
So actually both got on at the same time, so a little over a year and a half now on the Canine Unit, and we both have 11 years with the department total.
All right. And have you done shows like this before, or is this your first time out at one?
No, we've actually done, we probably do at least 150 shows a year for the past year, last year and this year, so we do quite a few.
Is it named Ammo or like Ammo?
so in our dog school, in our training, we had multiple officers doing these types of exercises. So, just desensitize the dog, so in real life, Elmo, those.
Coming up next on HCAM News, we will have more from the Hopkinton Police National Night Out event. Matt Clark will fill you in with the latest HCAM programming, and we'll get you up to date on more local summer happenings, including the conclusion of the Legion Baseball State Tournament. You're tuned into HCAM News. Stay tuned. HCAM programming is supported by our viewers, thank you, and by Golden Pond Assisted Living, honoring resident choice, dignity, and independence. Our health and wellness focus keeps residents active. Golden Pond, state-of-the-art senior housing and healthcare services.
Hi, my name is Margie Wiggin, and I want to invite you to join me for my new show, Character Matters on HCAM. We're going to talk about why do people choose the behavior that they choose? Why do they choose to be good? We're going to hear from people in history, we're going to hear from local heroes who make great choices, and we're going to hear from some puppets who talk about things they've seen, and they're going to say, "What? Did you see that?" "Yes, I did." Please join us.
Welcome back to HCAM News. Last week, the 8 best Legion baseball teams in the state got together to compete in the Legion Baseball State Tournament. A lot of Hopkinton residents participated in the tournament as both Milford Post 59 and Ashland Post 77 made the state tournament. Here's how both of the local teams did. On Tuesday, July 25th, Ashland Legion played Game 3 of the state tournament versus Braintree. The winner of this game would improve to 3-0 in the tournament and automatically earn a spot in the championship game. Top of the 3rd inning, scoreless game, Alex Kennedy hits a sacrifice flyout, which scores a run for Braintree. And now top of the 4th, Braintree adds another run on a sacrifice flyout. The 2 runs is all they would need as they took the game 5-1 and handed Ashland their first state tournament loss. On Wednesday, July 26th, it was an elimination game versus Shrewsbury. Shrewsbury got things started early with 2 runs in the top of the 1st. The 2 runs is all they would need as Dylan Deegan pitched a solid complete game, 4 post 397. Shrewsbury put up 5 runs in the top of the 8th to put themselves up 12-1 heading to the bottom of the inning, which meant Ashland had to get within 10 runs to send the game to the 9th. Last year's state champions knock Ashland out of the state tournament with the 12-1 8-inning victory, but Post 77 has nothing to hang their heads about as this year's team captured the first state tournament win in program history. Congratulations to Ashland Post 77 head coach Derek Johnson and this year's players on a terrific, memorable season. Ashland finishes with 17 wins and 8 losses overall. Also, congratulations to Milford Post 59, the team which features several Hillers, won in the game following on Wednesday night with strong pitching from Zach Sositsky. Milford took down Braintree 5-1 and advances to take on Shrewsbury in the state semifinals on Friday, July 28th. On the final day of the state tournament, Milford eliminated Shrewsbury from repeating as state champions in the first game with an 8-3 victory. In the nightcap, it was win or go home versus Braintree. Milford lost to the Great Braintree team in an 11-1 mercy. Another terrific Milford Post 59 season comes to an end in the state championship game. The 4th annual National Night Out took place at the Hopkinton Town Common. The Middlesex Sheriff's Department was on hand to show off the K-9 unit. Those in attendance got a look at 2 of the Middlesex Sheriff's Department K-9 officers. Here are some more scenes from the highly anticipated demonstration.
He does what he's supposed to do, he gets the win.
Elmo's language is Dutch. He came from a dog trainer who had dogs that were overseas.
Is his name Elmo or like
So in our dog school, in our training, we had multiple officers doing these types of exercises. Just to desensitize the dog, so in real life, in real life, he bites a bad guy. Officers have to work around him to get that bad guy under control, handcuff him while the dog's still there. So all this training just pans out for real life. We train very high and hard. Boy.
See that tail going? He's like, yeah.
So who wants to try to run from Elmo? Anyone?
Never works out good for me, but maybe someone else is faster.
Good boy. That's it.
A little bit of like when we do our shoot work, run away. That dog loves to be in the air. He will bite me on the shoulder, he'll bite me in the middle of my back. He would much rather stay off the ground and just hang on. So he's very, very confident in his ability to bite. If you have any questions, I know we're going to have questions. Anyone have any questions? Go ahead.
Doesn't that dog know you?
Yeah, so the dog knows me, but it's all part of the sequence.
Yeah.
So the dog's, yeah, he's gonna bite the sleeve because it's training, and he knows what the sleeve does. He knows what it's for. So yeah, but
he's
out here, like,
he's
if
still
you
going to
let
go
him out-
after you, even
Sorry?
though he knows you.
Sorry?
He's still going to go after you if he gets the
Yep.
command, even though he knows
Yeah,
you.
because I'm presenting to him that I'm a guy that he should be going to bite. My job as a decoy to get that dog's attention, make sure the dog stays focusing on me, and Officer Seaman's job is to send him at the right time when he's focused on the decoy or the bad guy. Because we could be coming through here, following a bad guy, and if we get him cornered here, if Officer Seaman feels like, it's not safe, I'm not going to send him, that's on him. He does not send his dog. his dog will only bite an innocent person if Officer Siemens doesn't do his job right. So we never want that to happen. That's ultimately his thing to send his dog. So there's a lot that goes into it. Yeah, and it's training, and it's not really so much realistic, but it's a small part that the reason why we're doing this is for his obedience. That way, he's down, he's quiet, he's controlled, then he gets to bite. Yeah, so that's a good one. So our dogs get along with other dogs. Yes, our dogs are very dog neutral. We don't let our dogs play with each other because they're both very hyper. So we don't want them to hurt each other. They won't attack each other, but they'll run full force into a tree, into a person. The dogs don't know their limit. They just run 100 miles an hour, play, and they can get hurt. And they can't work anymore, and that's on us, and then I'll be out of a job, and I have to go back into jail.
I have a 6-year-old Rottweiler at home that Elmo and her get along great. So they're fine. Pretty much dog neutral. Yes, bite hold.
Yes. Yep. Correct. So biting is never for punishment. Biting is to distract and hold for the police to come in, put handcuffs on them, take the dog off, stay there because the bad guy might become assaultive again, or he might get away from the cops, and then the dog can re-engage. Then we get a medical treatment every time they get bit. That's a must. They have to get medical treatment, whether we have medical kits on us, so we might just do some quick gauze depending on where we are. If we're in the woods or somewhere in a building, maybe there's another bad guy, so we got to get him out, and so we'll bandage up quick and get him out to EMS and stuff like that, and then they'll take care of him. But yeah, so medical is definitely a must. Go ahead. Do I know where the dog is? Yes, she's in my truck. And that's so our dogs live with us 24/7. My dog actually stays in my house 24/7. She stays in her. I have a crate in my office. She stays in her crate most of the time just because she's so rambunctious. I gotta yell at her. I gotta chase her around when she gets socks or when she's ripping something up. It's not her fault. That's just the way she's wired. So she goes in a crate. She relaxes. Especially when both dogs, when they first come home, they're in their crates and they are out. 4 paws out, and they don't move for at least an hour, maybe a little bit more, because they're just so mentally stressed from the day. They relax.
View more from the Hopkinton Police National Night Out event on our website, hcam.tv. A whole lot of programming is coming up on the HCAM channels. Standing by to tell you all about it is HCAM's promotions coordinator, Matt Clark.
Hello everyone, and welcome to this week's edition of the HCAM Insider. I'm Matt Clark, and here's what's happening this week on HCAM. On Friday, August 4th at 8 p.m., the Coffee Break hosts chat about their favorite summertime activities and vacation spots on a new episode of Hopkinton Coffee Break.
I mean, the journey of getting there is, for those of us who love it, it's just part of this. We must do that, even if it's a day trip. But people think it's crazy, so,
On Monday, August 7th at 7 p.m., longtime poet and storyteller Thea Iberol shares the evocative poetry that has filled her life on a brand new episode of Wake Up and Smell the Poetry.
If these movements and specks didn't register on my primate retina, then my ancestors never would have survived the saber-toothed cats and dire wolves. If I processed individually like Kodak, then I would be the dinner, unable to find one.
On Tuesday, August 8th at 6:45 p.m., the Board of Selectmen's meeting will air live on HCAM TV. On Wednesday, August 9th at 7 p.m., the Jen and Margie Show is back and invites you to join the conversation live on HCAM TV. On Thursday, August 10th at 8 p.m., Barbara Kessler performs in the latest Concert on the Common. And on Friday, August 11th at 6:30 p.m., Lisa Mancuso and Marcia Nolan work in the kitchen to make delicious potato gnocchi on a new episode of The Golden Pan.
It smells delicious.
They do.
Oh my God, it smells so good.
Well, butter.
Yeah. Anything you cook in butter smells good, right?
And on HCAM Ed, the Ashland Legion Baseball vs. Shrewsbury game will air. If you want to know more about all of HCAM shows before they air, then head over to hcam.tv/connect, where you can sign up for our HCAM Insider newsletter. Or if you want to know more about what's happening in Hopkinton, you can sign up for our daily news updates. That's all for this week's Insider. I'm Matt Clark, and as always, thanks for watching. Back to you, Tom.
Thank you, Matt. That will just about do it for this edition of HCAM News. Don't forget you can stay up to date with everything Hopkinton by checking out our website, hcam.tv, as well as our Twitter and Facebook page. Right now on our website, hcam.tv, you can view more from the Hopkinton Police National Night Out event and also information about upcoming happenings in town. If you have a Hopkinton-related video, photo, or story idea, I want to hear from you. Email me at news@hcam.tv. With your help, we'll cover even more of our community. For everyone here at HCAM, I'm Tom Nappy. We leave you now with the current community listings and upcoming government meetings. We hope your summer has been great, and as always, thanks for watching HCAM. HCAM is supported by our viewers and by Blackstone Valley Wealth Management, providing highly personalized financial planning, wealth management, and customized solutions through transparent, unbiased advice. Visit us at blackstonevalleywealth.com.